Hey, welcome to 2021 in a flash. This is Lightbulb Theater Company.
That's where the cool effects
I didn't feel
comes
awkward
in.
till that moment.
For By Your Side, this was completely my fault. And in theater and in set changes, you're used to walking around in the dark. You're used to doing things with minimal light. However, my assumption that there was only one kind of darkness was wrong. But for the very last show of the day, what was it, like 5, 6 o'clock that we set? I don't remember what time the show was. It was a 7 o'clock show. The sun had set. Bryce comes up to me backstage right before the show starts, and he's like, "Hey, Maddie, maybe we should open the windows a little bit because it's so dark." And I was like, "Bryce, it's been dark every show. It's fine. We're used to moving things in the dark. It was dark before. It's dark now." And as soon as the show started, I realized my mistake because I'd never witnessed darkness that dark in my life.
Okay.
And so every single set change, I kind of wish we were able to like see what happened. Like if we had some sort of way to see what, like infrared or something. Because I think it would just look like all of us hunched over and going like this for every single set change, running into each other. I don't remember if that was the show where Drew tripped over the speaker and Bryce had to like replug it in the middle of the set change. But there was,
I think it was that show.
It was during Carmichael and Gray, and I was running sound for the first time. That's one of the joys of being in Lightbulb Theater Company. We get to try new things all the time. And so I was trying my hand at tech. Something got unplugged and the sound was not working. And I was terrified, and I thought I was going to get fired from Lightbulb Theater Company. And we were just like, I guess they're just gonna have to figure it out. And so we went through Act 1, everyone pulled through, did an amazing job. And then during intermission, we had like 3 people that are friends of ours, but they had come to see the show, but they were like backstage helping, like, what do I do? How can I get this done? Like tech people. And I just kind of stood back and let everyone take care of it and take over. And even though it was like tense and I was still nervous, just like looking around, seeing the people that like rushed in to help as soon as they could was really encouraging. Just to be like, yeah, these are the people we get to work with.
The one that impacted me the most was probably the talent show. Because it wasn't just affecting me, it was affecting everyone that was going to perform. But we got there, I don't know, like 3 hours early, and I started setting up like the sound and the mics and stuff. And I came to realize that when the mic was on, the speakers weren't on. And we had like, I don't know, out of the 10 acts, we had like 6 singers, so that wasn't gonna work. So we had to like figure out how to like reroute the sound system in there and like get the mics working at the same time. And yeah, that was probably the most scary for me, honestly.
Can I just say though, because I remember that, and that was another time I thought of, was the beauty of Bryce is that he is as chill as he is now. When he told me this news, because I'm like setting up chairs, he's like, "Hey, so I guess like the sound doesn't work, the microphones are on." And I'm like, "Oh, that's a huge oversight. We're about to have all of our performers here in like 30 minutes, and then we're having a show in an hour." It's like, this is terrible. It's like, "Yeah, I'll figure it out." And I'm like, okay. So that's Bryce is so calm.
Somehow.
Somehow it worked out.
on the outside.
On the outside.
During rehearsal for all hands, we were practicing the fighting scene where the pirates jump on board the ship, and we're doing a whole fighting choreography. And I completely, I was supposed to jump over this box to get on the ship, and I completely wiped out. I just went BAM! It hurt so bad, and I'm so grateful it was not during the show, it was just rehearsal. And I limped over to Bryce, and I was like, I don't think I can fight, I'm in so much pain. And yeah, oh my gosh. But it was one of those moments where you realize the show has to go on. So even if something happens like that during a show, you just have to push through.
it's funny because actually it happened during the show where it was for the fight, and me and Zach were supposed to, I have a gun, and I see him, we're supposed to sword fight, he stabs me and I die. Like, I have to die. It's a thing where I can't just not. And so during the last show, we're sword fighting and he drops his sword, and I could just tell the frustration on his face.
Yeah.
And it was such a cool moment because obviously that's when the show went wrong, but we made eye contact and he just went and punched me, and I just did a little twirl, kind of like Biff in Back to the Future. And I fell to my death, which doesn't make sense logically because how could he punch me that hard that I fall to my death?
So strong.
But it was a really cool moment of like, oh my god, oh, and it was like, oh, okay. So yeah, I feel like that was a cool bonding, like, we're in this, we got this, it sucks, here we go.
I think my favorite one of all was how quickly the entire cast came together to just go through Act 2 of All Hands when the sound cut out.
Dude.
They just like, oh no, that's a music cue. That's timed. What do we do now? We're going with the lines. Just go with the lines. And we all just got together, just pulled together,
Yeah.
and it was beautiful. So that was a good one as well.
Can I comment on that?
Go ahead.
Because whoever wrote the darn show, put Charlotte in every single scene in Act 2. And I didn't realize that until we were at the venue for dress rehearsal. And so the sound cuts out when I'm on stage, and I literally just go backstage to grab my next prop or put something down and go back on. And it warmed my heart so much and made me, and took away all the panic when I go backstage, and in the 2 seconds that I'm backstage, like 5 of the cast members run up to me and they're like, we figured it out, we're skipping the dance, we're going straight to the song, we've got it, don't worry, go. And I was like, it's just cool when you're like, these people are incredible, and we all trust each other, and we all pick up the slack where it needs to be.